Morning, welcome to my Tireside chat. Again, take two. I was making a video and I was like 3 minutes into it. Oh, come on, dude. Go. Don't be a douche. Go. Go. Go! Ugh. You want to see me be angry? So this is what I'm talking about. I was starting to talk about right before I was making this video. This is the problem, I guess, with doing it on my iPhone. And in the middle of, 3 minutes into it, I already did my whole introduction. And I was talking about a few various things. And I had an alarm go off, and that stopped the video. Now I have to start over again. What I was saying, which I just demonstrated, is how, I guess, I had an epiphany over the weekend. And, people at work tell me all the time how patient I am with them when I'm helping them with computer problems. And I think that's true. I'm one of the most patient people in the world until you get me behind the steering wheel. And I think I've just gotten worse. Danielle says this. I told her, I said, I don't know if I've gotten worse. She's like, yeah, you've gotten worse. Where I'm like yelling at people. I'm like, I don't know if it's me. See, what's this guy doing? Now you want to get over here? Hurry up. No. Okay. I don't know if it's me or people have just gotten dumber and just can't drive. Like, why are you doing 45 in the middle lane? I think people are idiots. Sorry, I'm just like really aggravated this morning already. I wasn't actually. I was okay until I got into the car and I had to interact with other drivers. I was just saying how I wanted to get back to riding my bike to work at least twice a week. But some days it's it can be a challenge because the last couple times I've done it, I think I gotta build myself up to doing it a couple times a week, because if I wait a couple of weeks, I haven't ridden my bike much, and then I go ride, it's 10 miles each way, and I'm pretty sore the next day or two from that. It's just like, you don't use those muscles as much, and even though, like, in between those days, I'll, every other day or so, I'll run as well, just to, keep my cardio up. And the cardio is not the problem. It's just, actually, last time I rode my bike to work and back, the thing that was hurting me the most the following day was, like, my lower back. I guess from just being hunched over on my, because, I've got a road bike, and you're kind of down, and maybe it's the position of my seat or something. I don't know, I gotta look at that. But anyhow, what I was saying, see, there's this guy again doing 50. Get out of the way. It's Monday, October 16th, and I can't believe we're halfway through October now. Halloween's almost here. It's gonna be Dean's birthday in a couple weeks. I gotta get him a birthday present. Dad, if you're watching, message me. I'll show you some ideas if you're looking for something for Dean. He got, Amazon sends out like toy catalogs, which I didn't even realize we got him, but he found them in the mail and sat down one night and spent 20 minutes looking through them and circling things that he likes. So there's that. I think we should have plenty of ideas for Dean. For Kyrie, I'll let you know. Gotta think about that one still. I have my banana. Oh. not sleep well last night. We went to, it was my stepfather-in-law's birthday. Actually, him and his daughter, Jess, I forget, I think their birthdays are like 2 days apart. They had to get together at Danielle's mom's house. We went over there with the kids, like 5. Chuck was barbecued ribs, which were really good. We brought pilaf and hung out with the family, and there was cake. Of course, I get cake from La Boulangerie. Oh man, there was like a lemon custard cake. Oh, I had 2 slices. So that was the thing. I wasn't really that hungry when we got there somehow. It must have been from lunch. Danielle and I, we had to go run some errands yesterday, and we went and got lunch at Wahoo's. And normally when we go to Wahoo's, I always get the Paleo Bowl, which I really like. It's like a nice, healthy, light lunch. And we decided to change it up and said, well, let's get something else. So I got Kahua Bowl. It's like pulled pork with teriyaki over rice, and then your choice of beans. They got black beans, and oh, it was really good. And we got some chips and salsa. Man, Wahoo's is delicious. But Danielle got, it was a skinny burrito bowl, which was like this little bowl. It wasn't that big, and she's like, oh yeah, this is pretty good. And then like we got home, she's on Weight Watchers, and she checks it. She's like, that was 61 points. I'm gonna cry. Like 61 points? There's no way that's right. She's like, yeah, I plugged in all the numbers in the Weight Watchers app and it said it was 61 points. Like, that's crazy. There's no way it could be 61 points. You would have had to have eaten like 4 maple bars to get that. So I looked it up online a couple different ways and like double checked it. And I'm like, well, what I found shows that it was like, this guy's doing, never mind. This guy's doing 80 in the slow lane. Yeah. I double checked it and I was like, no, well, what I found shows that it's like 29 points. Mind you, so her budget is 23 points a day. So this like, that one little bowl had, I guess due to the fat calories, she said salt? I don't know, but like the calculators I found doesn't calculate salt. Salt doesn't have an effect on your weight. I mean, yeah, blood pressure and other things is not good, but anyways. So yeah, if you go to Wahoo's, moral of the story is anything that says skinny on it doesn't necessarily mean that it's, diet conscious. Well, anyways, I had that. That was at like noon. And by the time we sat down for dinner at like 6 o'clock, I didn't really feel like I was that hungry, but the ribs and everything was still good anyways. And I think I had like 2 servings of ribs and then pilaf and salad. And what else did we have? No, I don't know. But then we had cake and ice cream, and then I was really full by the time we got home last night. And then Danielle wasn't feeling well, and so then we went to bed at 9:30, and then I woke up. It was weird. I woke up at, I swear, I woke up at 12:30, or I woke up, looked at the clock, it said 12:30, and went back to sleep for what felt like a half hour or an hour, and I woke up again, and I looked at the clock, and it said 12:30. And I was like, what? I mean, I was taken aback. So either I had a dream that I woke up and looked at the clock and it said 12:30, and then I woke up and looked at the clock and it said 12:30, or yeah, because it was the second time that I looked at the clock and I was like, well, wait, this already happened. That was really weird. Maybe I had a psychic dream that I was looking at the clock. and I predicted what time it was going to be when I looked at the clock. Or maybe I really looked at the clock the first time and it said like 11:30 and I just forgot. That's probably the most likely explanation. Maybe. That's why I should look at my Fitbit, because that'll tell me if I woke up at 11:30. Probably. Anyway, what else do we want to talk about? Anyways, I was kind of nauseous because I was so full. I had to get up and have some Pepto-Bismol. And I woke up a couple more times last night. Went out to the living room at one point, like 2 o'clock, and watched South Park for a while. It was pretty good. Those guys are brilliant. Anyway, yeah, it was a good weekend. We had our gig at the fair on Saturday. Problem was, we were like 20 feet away from, there was like a barbecue place at the fair, and they were grilling, and there was tons of smoke coming from there, and it was just drifting like right onto the stage. I mean, we were like right next to it. I'm like, oh great, I get to breathe smoke the whole time. You know what happens whenever I'm around smoke like that? I'm gonna be messed up for like 2 days, because it like triggers allergies and I get brain fog and I'm tired. Which, yeah, sure enough, yesterday I just could not wake up, and like I got up in the morning and I had tea and stuff, and I did a couple of things, and by like 8 o'clock I was falling asleep on the couch again. 8:30, yeah. And then yesterday afternoon, after we did everything, I was falling asleep on the couch and I could not stay awake yesterday. I think I'm doing better today so far. I don't know, it's still early, it's only 7:30, so. But I'm gonna be at work. So I'll just struggle through it. But yeah, I'll probably be fine today. Anyways, yeah, so there was all that smoke right there, so that was unfortunate. Of all the places in the fair, that barbecue place had to be right next to the stage where we were playing. But the show went fairly well. Ben Andrade's, right as soon as we started setting up, we realized his amp was dead. It's completely dead. And he's got this Line 6 guitar amp that, with all the built-in effects and stuff, that I told him, like, for a while now, because it's had problems and it's always like making noise, and I'm like, man, and it kind of beats it up. And he just like throws it in his trunk, and I mean, not that I'm like super careful with my amps, but I mean, I don't like put them in their cases every time I transport them, but I'm a little more careful. But anyways, I told him, I think I told him like on Thursday when we practiced last time, I'm like, when are you gonna you probably think about getting another amp, man. Keep having problems with that. And then of course, when we go to set up for the show, then his amp is dead. So he had they had a sound guy there and a full, PA system and everything with soundboard. So he just plugged into a direct box and played through the mains, and the sound guy was able to give him some effects, a little bit of effects. But there was, if you watch the video, oh, my dad's just messaging me. If you watch the video, we played Danny California by the Chili Peppers, and Ben's got there's the guitar solo at the end, and you could not hear his guitar at all. I was on stage listening to him and saw him playing, but there was no sound coming out. And then, oh yeah, and also he broke his low E string somehow. And then Taylor on the drums, he had 2 bass pedals, and one of his bass pedals fell apart, I guess. Thankfully it was the left one and not his right foot, the one that he would normally use for the bass pedal. So which he was really hinging on using those for when we were playing Stranglehold by Ted Nugent. He's like, oh, I need the double bass pedal that helps on that song. Anyway, well, I'm at work now, and I just hit the 15-minute marker. I'm going to go outside and try to get some stuff done. We've got some new hires starting tomorrow. So I've got computers to set up. We've got a meeting with the CFO this afternoon at 3 o'clock, which I'm not going to be able to make because we have parent-teacher conferences, and it's today at 3:40, so I've got to leave and go meet them. Yeah. Started another fun week. And all joking aside, it is. I do enjoy my job. It's been pretty great. It's just a lot to do. We have always a lot to do, and I keep finding more projects. So, but that's a story for another day. All right, everyone, have a great week. Talk to you later. Bye.